Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Today we've got to look at a cool little credit card knife, pocket knife, fixed blade knife, next knife, kind of a unique knife. Before I jump into it, I do want to say thank you to all the channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you to anybody who comes in to check out the knife, the EDC content. I appreciate you guys and gals. If you're so inclined and you hadn't had a chance yet, if you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, it really helps me out. So the Kizer Variable is what this little knife is called. And it's a unique little Wharncliffe. They also make it in a hawkbill, which was the second release. It is a little D2, I want to say it's Dirk Pinkerton design, but I could be wrong. But it is super practical. This particular one is again in D2. It has a little micarta handle, so you've got a little grip there in your hand. You've got this finger choil right here, and this hole that your finger simply slips through, and you've got a knife that you can really grab onto. Or if you're going to use it as a simple package operator like I do, you can just hold it like you would a small fixed blade. The tip real low to your cutting surface, so it makes for a great pull cutter, detail cutter. Not something I'd want to break down cardboard with necessarily, but definitely a good little pocket EDC, kind of like that EDC replacement, right? Or that EDC modern folder enhancement, right? If you want to carry a small fixed blade. This, guys, is a therapeutic slicer. This is Kizer's Edge. So this makes great work out of cutting. So you could cut cardboard with it. You could definitely destroy Amazon packages with it. Got that point that is very acute, Wharncliffe point. It's just a great little knife. I love the Kydex sheath. It came with a chain so that you could wear it around your neck if you wanted to wear it as a neck knife. The way I carry this knife, I did not even put an ulti-clip on it because it's so low profile that all I have to do is stick it in my back pocket and it just goes like a wallet. I mean, literally carries like a credit card wallet. The sheath has got 100% non-noisy retention. You do have grommets if you want to do belts or a neck knife because it is pretty light. We'll weigh it here in a second. But just a really neat little package. You got a little bit of sharpening choil back here, which isn't going to give you a ton of sharpenings, but are you really going to wear the edge out on this knife, or how are you going to use it? You know, it's an inexpensive knife, a budget knife. I'll leave a link in the description to Kizer and to Amazon, so you guys can take a look at it at a couple of different places. But the Kizer Variable has proven an interesting little EDC fixed blade. Works great, conceals very well, snaps into that sheath great. Do a couple of quick size comparisons. Look at it next to our bug out. It's going to be much smaller than our Benchmade bug out. Let's look at it next to a Chickadee. A little bit smaller than the Chickadee. A little bit smaller than a Sharpie. So it's a little bitty knife, guys. But again, the way that you carry it and what I think its primary intention is, I guess it could also be used as a Slurpee saver. I mean, this does butt into your hand. I cannot imagine your finger sliding up on that blade if you had to plunge this into anything. But I think its main purpose is for detail cuts, for utility cuts, opening packages, doing special tricks like that, little spinning tricks. I'm kidding. I think last time I did that, I cut myself. But it is a great little package. I love the micarta handles. They're held on with, I think, a T10 or a 10.8. I think it's T10s. Yeah, T10 hardware. If you wanted to further make this thing more minimal, i.e. if you wanted it to display just the thickness of the blade stock, you could do that. Let's get some blade stock dimensions, and then we'll get some overall dimensions. And then we'll get a weight. All right. So our blade stock is 0.1120. Our handle is going to come in right under ½ an inch at 0.4550. If we look behind the edge, you guys saw how slicey it was. .0200. So if we were going to measure this little guy, it's going to come in right at 4 3/4 inches. The handle area, which I'm going to measure to right here, if you measure that little part, that's an inch and a little over 1 1/4 inches, maybe 1 5/8 inches. If you measure from the back to right there, we'll call it right under 2 inches, but 1 3/4 inches. And then if you look at the dimension from here to the center of the hole, you're at about 2 1/4 right here. Your blade length is going to come in at 3 1/2 from the back, but your cutting area is only going to be under 2 1/2. And if you measure your blade from here, it's going to be a 3-inch blade. So this would probably be considered handle back here. Again, just if it's California, I don't know how that would play out with the blade length, because again, the blade itself is much smaller than 3 1/2 inches, because most of it, this much, is taken up with your hand. So let's get our scale out and see what this little guy is going to come in weight-wise. Then I'll give you my final thoughts. .85 ounces. Guys, you got over 2-inch cutting blade, under 1 inch an ounce. If we put it in our sheath, comes in at 2.6 ounces, about the size of the blade. So my thoughts are, it is a great, inexpensive, non-traditional enhancement to your EDC. I like to just keep it in my back pocket. It works great that way. And I like to use it to open packages. I like to use it, you saw me therapeutically slice paper, but it's not all day in the hand kind of knife. It's just pull it out, cut the cord, pull it out, cut the box, break down the cardboard, your Amazon box, so you can put it in the recycling bin, whatever the case may be, right? But this is the Kizer Variable. It definitely gets my stamp of approval. I think it was a popular little knife for them, because I said they did come out with the hawkbill version, if I'm not mistaken, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more renditions of it. But guys, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you've made it this long and haven't had a chance yet, please hit the subscribe button, but please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.